Hopefully, I'm still audible. It's hard to say, I can't seem to find it on my channel. And now my PS4 is going at like half speed. Oh, I can't subscribe to my own channel, what? Well, you would not think it would take this long to start a party. Okay, what if... What if I start this party? Oh boy. Okay, so lesson for the... Of course an error is scared. Lesson for the future is what I'm learning here. I should set these... How annoying. At some point, it's going to have to work. And if it doesn't, yeah, hi, Pooler. I'm doing my best. It's gotta happen at some point. Wait. Hold on. Oh, hallelujah. Okay, cool. So, back to what we were actually doing. Oh. Sorry. So, welcome to the first of what I imagine will be a fair number of what I'm calling STS streams. So, today on our STS stream, we're just going to be doing some more Final Fantasy. I haven't streamed this at all yet. It's just a game I've been playing on my free time. So sorry, y'all getting dropped in around like the end of the game, so don't worry about it. The point of STS streams is to shoot the shit. This is going to be an opportunity for me both to talk to you guys when you interact in the chat, or if you are watching this at a later date, feel free to put comments. I'll do my best to either talk about them in the next stream or to put a comment on the video as well, responding to any comments put on here. My goal with this is to have a platform where I can both talk to y'all and interact with you guys in a way that isn't so much me focused on what I'm doing to where I can't pay attention, but also to have a way to just kind of talk about stuff. It just gives me something more natural, if that makes
You're done.
I just want days are going. All the days are going. I think it's
Hey, what's your status?
I'm just gonna start up. My day was pretty decent today, actually.
Come on, we need to get inside.
We had my university had a football game today. Some marching band was there. I'm part of that. I'm the trumpet section leader.
Game volume is very.
Hey, this is quiet of a mic. It's loud. Hard to say. I'm just gonna keep talking until things are clearer for me. By clear for me, I mean more just kind of like I'm able to hear
Any last words?
myself clearly over the game audio. Because while it's not the end of the world, if it's kind of hard to hear me, it's nice if I was clearly audible. This is still a fight happening. I don't know where. Oh, found it. Let's do one of those over. I don't know. About that guy.
Time to burn. Get ready.
Can you fucking not, please?
I got this. They'll be coming for us now.
Okay. So now I'm gonna go back and listen to that. So give me a moment. Okay, so it sounded like it was still a little bit quiet, so hopefully this is better. So yeah, it was a football game today. It was surprisingly close most of the game. We took a pretty decent lead around third quarter or so. All for it to be taken away as we wound up in overtime and then lost to a 2-point conversion at the end. It was crazy. Thankful though that the overtime didn't last too long.
Yes.
What do you think? Can we climb it?
Yes, I don't know what that's in reference to,
I just
but
hope that this time it holds.
okay.
Stay sharp.
Oh, good. I was hoping there'd be a dude back here.
Going in.
I just realized I don't still have the stream pulled up. I have closed my phone because I am a complete and utter.
It's better.
Thank you. Oh, the repeat audio. Okay. I also want to talk a bit about my mental state as of late. I know a lot of you guys who watch my streams, or really more my videos, don't tend to know, do tend to know me. Those of you who watch it later, I like to think, don't know me, but if you don't know me, hi, welcome, glad you're here. There's been a lot going on lately that I'm starting to become aware of, and it's not something I'd really noticed until recently, and that's that I am really kind of starting to struggle with my mental illnesses. For those of you who don't know, I struggle with schizoaffective disorder, which is essentially a lot of the negatives of schizophrenia while still being aware that it's not real, if that makes sense. So like I'll hallucinate, I'll hear voices, but at the same time I don't like I'm aware that it's not real. Now that doesn't make it any less scary for me. I still am kind of terrified by the fact that even though I know it's not real, it doesn't change the fact that it'll all still feel real. My point is more that I'm becoming more aware
of the issues it's causing, as I'm starting to get bad headaches, dizziness. I feel tired all the time. It's been a rough
Keep it
time,
up, man.
especially lately. I don't know if that's been noticeable, either from the people who know me, or just when you guys watch my videos. But I know for myself, it's been exhausting these past couple of weeks. I'll wind up having tics constantly just throughout the day. It's getting to the point where people at school are starting to notice, so I'm hoping that's not too obvious yet, but I imagine it probably is. A big part of, I think, what's causing it is just a lot of different things that are going on in my life right now, from trying to do this church gig I got hired for, or trying to handle some kind of social things I'm dealing with. There's a lot that I'm dealing with and I don't want to really go into too much detail about, because I don't feel the need to share quite that much with you all. No offense. But I do want to make it known that I'm doing my best to kind of stay as sane as I can. But if there's moments where it's clear that something's up, don't worry yourselves too much. Or if you're one of those people who, like, this is your first time seeing my channel, hi, don't feel the need to worry yourself at all, because you don't know me, I don't know you, but I'd love to know you, and I'd love for you to get to know me. Plenty of streams. I guess my biggest point is just wanting to kind of give an explanation on why
I got your number.
I may seem a little different lately compared to how some of you know me ordinarily, if that makes any sense. Further, if I just sort of stop posting for a bit, and I'll try my best not to, because I like being able to be consistently here. But if and I can't, and people start to wonder, hopefully I'm not dead. If I fucking die, I'll try to put something on the channel to say, hey, I've died. I'll tell somebody else to do it. I guess I can't do it at that point. But yeah, just don't worry yourself too much, because that's just how life goes. Sometimes people just stop existing. Sometimes it's because they're fucking racist on the internet. Sometimes it's because they go insane and something happens to them. Whatever happens, I want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all, and I have no intentions of this being the last STS stream, so don't worry. This is not me saying I've gone insane and I'm going to fucking die. This is more just me trying to put it out there of like, hey, this is a thing that I'm dealing with, so now y'all get to know so you don't have to wonder about it. Let's talk about some other stuff. I'm realizing now how quickly it becomes noticeable that there's no one else saying anything. So, for those of you who don't know, I am studying vocal performance over here. And so a part of that is music theory stuff. And for those of you who don't know what music theory is, it's disgusting. It's
Save some for later.
kind of dull, honestly. It's stuff like chords, it's stuff like music history, it's stuff like being able to actually compose something and understand what you're writing. There's a lot of things that you just kind of learn that sometimes doesn't feel like you need. I know for myself, as a vocal performance major, I definitely don't feel like I'm going to need to know how to recognize a piece that is say using augmented chords instead of like a normal chord. Admittedly, it's nice to know that simply because then you'll know, hey, this sounds wrong, but it's right. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, what's really the point?
Let's do this.
Like, if I need to recognize a piece is a certain way, for example, I don't need to have gotten, like, 4 years of music theory training to be able to tell you, hey, this piece is atonal. Hey, this piece, is, like, classical. This piece is contemporary. This piece is yada, yada, yada. There's very rarely a time where I think to myself, hey, I need to know exactly what, like, every single detail about this piece. I need to be able to analyze it, I need to be able to whatever. That's not a common thing for someone who's trying to be a vocalist.
Let's go.
So while I respect the classes, it's definitely the sort of thing that gets to me a little bit because it's hard to figure out. Oh, I saw that happen. It's hard to figure out really what the point is after a certain point. I think it's very good to be educated, especially on topics like the arts, because so rarely is it like encouraged of people to learn about the arts, and I think it's such an important thing. At the same time, though, at the collegiate level, I don't exactly know what I'm paying for with music theory. I don't see it being super beneficial, but hey, it is what it is. Got my... Sorry, rephrase. Had my recital coming up. It's no longer coming up as soon. I pushed it back just because trying to have a senior recital the semester after a junior recital really isn't what's done. You normally go junior recital and then you have a year to prep your senior one. I definitely could have done my senior one this semester. There was never any question to me of if I could. It was more a matter of, is this what I want to do? Do I want to just do a recital for the sake of giving it? Or do I want to give a recital that I can be proud of? And while I could have music learned and memorized and put together enough to have it be, hey, this is a recital and you passed, I don't want it to be just, here's a recital and you passed. Okay, listen, dickhead. I'd very much prefer it to be something I can be proud of, and later on say, hey, look at how, like, impressive this is. I want to be able to show off to, like, grad schools, hey, this is my senior recital, this is how it was. It was, like, something that I could be proud of. It can be something that I would want my family to come and hear in person, instead of just, like, them showing up to their recital and me just kind of being, I don't know, phoning it in, I guess. So, pushing it back. We're pushing it back for the sake of making a better performance. And I think that's a good call, all things considered. I think that will really be appreciated by both myself and my family and everybody else who comes to see it.
Now's our chance.
Going beyond, let's talk kind of about just what's going on. I don't know. This is where I'd love to have some of y'all in the chat so we can talk about stuff instead of just talking or just listening to me talk. I know that I'd love to talk about kind of how proud I am of some of my trumpet folk. There hasn't ever been a time I've been afraid for them, I guess. but I know that some of my trumpets have some medical issues that make things like these football games a little difficult, and more than a little bit scary for at least me, who's kind of in charge of them.
That's a win.
But I'm really proud of how well they've done, both in terms of not fucking dying at the games, but also just being able to be aware of the fact that they're going to maybe struggle a little bit. But if they talk to me and we prep, we can make certain that they'll be fine. It's also encouraging knowing that one of them, they're not exactly wanting to be section leader next year, but they're willing to be. And so I know for myself, I'm not going to be at Sanford for the whole year. At least that's the hope, is that I won't be there the whole year, no offense. But I will be there for at least a bit, and it's good to know that there'll be someone ready to kind of take my place, so that when I'm gone, it doesn't feel so much like, okay, well, glad that I was here for the time I was here, but what happens now? Now that, sorry, my brain just kind of shut off there. What happens now that I'm gone? And so I'm glad that there shouldn't be any real question now about who is going to be kind of in charge of it. So when I'm gone, she'll still be there, she'll be kind of taking it over, and I think that'll work out really well. And I'm really kind of hyped to see her leading. Time will tell how her leadership qualities kind of manifest, but I have confidence. I'm pretty certain that they're being put into good hands next year. So let's find out where I'm supposed to go first. Hold on. Was I not supposed to come over this way? Oh no, I see it now. Okay. Oh. Ta-da! So let's talk about Final Fantasy a little bit. Y'all are coming in again around the end. This is going to be the second Final Fantasy game I've finished. First one was 10, back on the PlayStation 2. I'm actually going to listen to this real quick, because I've been talking over a lot of this.
I guess we'll build another bar.
Yeah. We will. You'll help too, won't you?
Cloud is a dick bag.
For a price.
Cloud's a real douchebag. It's clearly a joke, but he's being a twat. Okay. So the first one, like I said, I finished was 10 on the PlayStation 2. My dad has told me that he's never finished a Final Fantasy game. But the one he always told me about was 7, which is what this one is. It's just a remake of it. And so, as a kid, I wanted to try 7, but turned out my computer was, at the time, it was a piece of crud Dell laptop. It was no good. It really was a pretty awful computer, but somehow it was too advanced to be able to run Final Fantasy VII. Which, looking back at now, I think is kind of funny. So,
Getting tired of playing tag anyway.
after realizing that this was this game, but also being able to notice that I don't know how to really deal with you. You're much farther away than I want you to be. I'd love for you to come down here.
Don't overdo it.
That thunder I hear? Gotta love it.
So, this was one he always talked to me about as a kid. There's a certain weapon for Cloud called the Nail Bat that he also used to talk about a ton. Which to me was like the coolest sounding thing, which I think is hilarious now because in game it's actually just a baseball bat with nails in it. And it's not nails in it like the pointy nail bits out. It's nails in it like nail heads are sticking out of it. So it's really not super effective as a weapon, both in game and I would imagine in real life.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's blow
There's just not a lot of functionality. Oh my gosh.
My turn. Oh no. Gotta stay.
I got this.
So, oh boy. So when I saw this was free on the PlayStation Store, I decided, you know, this is a game I should pick up and give a try, because it's got the nail bat. This is one of those like classic Final Fantasies. This is like the one that people talk about. And so to me, this was the chance to finally experience a game that, prior to now, I didn't really know if was possible.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Don't get caught in the open.
I don't know what to do here. Aside from apparently get myself shot the fuck out.
No holding back.
I'd love if these guys could actually do some real damage. There we go. That's unlocked. Hopefully I can get this off before it stops being staggered. This should one-shot it. Oh! What? Whatever, it's over. Yeah, I don't know that this actually has all of Final Fantasy VII in it. Which sounds weird, but it doesn't feel like this can possibly be near the end of Final Fantasy VII, based on stuff I know happened in the original. And trying to figure out how could this be... Why are those so blocky? Trying to figure out how could this be as close to the end as story-wise this seems to be, if there's at least one big event that still hasn't happened yet. I feel like that definitely would hurt his hand. I also find the strength of characters funny because it seems to have nothing to do with their actual size.
There's such a thing as too much excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is why I started doing this.
And there's still more to come.
Of course, like I said, there's
Hope everybody's warmed up.
a big kind of event that I'm expecting to happen that I don't know how it's going to be able to happen right now. There's also an entire character that I thought I remembered being in 7 that isn't here, it seems. I won't say that's Kate Sith. I don't know why he's not there. I don't know if he showed up like real late in the game originally. I don't know what the logic or the reasoning here is. Oh, there's the splash screen.
That's good.
Sorry, I haven't been sleeping super great lately, so if I yawn, that's probably why. Of course, there could always be
Welcome wagon.
other reasons.
Gotta say, I can't help but wonder if this is a lost cause.
Well, you know, some lost causes are worth fighting for.
I also know that I've been relatively
Let's just think this
dehydrated,
through.
So
so if you hear
I
me
got
drinking
an idea.
stuff,
From so,
leave me
guns
alone.
blazing. Make for a good story.
Why'd we bring you along again?
I wish
Rear
I'd paid
entrance.
any attention.
We'll get inside via the parking garage.
That way we can park our cars that we brought with us in our back pockets. Same as we bring everything, except for Barrett, who has a gun on his arm constantly. I'm certain there's a in-game reason, but I've got no clue what it is. Why can I go over here? Is this open? Nope, world building. Thanks, Square. Is one of my complaints, is that I'm used to kind of Final Fantasy games having
Security's
these
looking
hidden
pretty tight.
sort of areas where you can find things.
Somehow, I don't think it's
You go
all for us.
explore a little bit.
Could be for Avalanche, or maybe even Wutai.
But there are moments in this where I'm a little
That only put the
bothered
war
because
on
I'll
pause.
wind up going and like exploring, expecting to find something, and what I find is that they've added in like a little extra area just to make the world more believable. It's like where that door was, it makes sense. There'd be no real reason to go up all that way. And so by having a door over there, it shows, hey, this
We don't need more
is where this
attention
would
than
be,
what we're gonna get.
right?
We need to be smart.
Yeah, I hear you. But my soul's screaming for payback, you know?
Barrett, shut up, I'm not listening to you.
And sooner or later, I'm gonna have to blow up.
Well, then make it later.
You know, actually, I may switch over to... Why are you not having your points be put in? Is it because you're not with me right now? I don't understand. But, okay. I'm sorry, what? What? Yes. I'm gonna do that. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying actually now. Gosh darn it. Oh, that's right. So let me quickly show off the nail bat. It's exactly what it looks like. Baseball bat with nail heads sticking out of it. But I'm switching over to... Oh goodness, I didn't realize how bad my most recent sword is, this one. It's supposed to be for magic, and it's got the most magic damage, like I can do the most damage with magic with that. But it's also doing the same damage on attack as the nail bat, which has its max attack 30. So cool as it looks, pretty as it looks. I'm switching back to this one because that's a lot more damage. Well, I feel like I lost something. Hold on. Did I lose something important? I did. What did I lose? Which yellow was it? Oh, it was assess. Yeah, I'd kind of like to be able to still use assess. That'd be preferred. So it's the poison. Let's go. I don't really know. I hadn't thought about this. I guess let's put steel on. You say she has it equipped, but I don't feel like she does. Yeah, she doesn't have it equipped. No one has it equipped right now. You're Barrett, you can steal. I have faith in you.
Oh hi.
So, instead of poison... Oh, there we go. Hey, zero. Instead, I think we're gonna go with... Let's go with barrier, I guess. I feel like that could come in handy. This is just better in every way, ain't it? Compared to 33, 33, that becomes 39, 39. Yeah. So let's just move that. Easy peasy. I don't know what the other thing here was that they're acting like was new. Oh, this one. That's nice, but I would like to keep my champion belt for increased HP and strength. So yeah, I think we're good here. Cool. So yeah, you can see right there, there's a chest over there, and nowhere else to explore. So I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna break those boxes, because there's one thing I like, is boxes. I feel like that's where I want to go, is over there. So instead I'm gonna go over here. So over here we got an item. We can rest for HP and MP on that bench, but I don't really feel the need for that. So yeah, another aspect of these kind of STS streams, realistically, you're gonna get thrown into something that you have no context for. And while I've talked a little bit about Final Fantasy, I haven't really talked much about it in particular. So you don't have a lot of context for any of it. But don't worry about that. Not really important.
That one there. That's a Shinra truck, isn't it?
Come on.
Yes, are we jumping onto it? What's happening? So these STS streams will probably tend to be... I switched my sword back, right? Yeah. Will probably tend to be a little shorter and usually significantly less focused. So entering this next area will probably be the end of this particular stream. Just because,
How's it looking out there?
again, they don't have to be long. They just have to... I think it's important that they exist.
Anything?
Nah.
All clear.
Roger.
Because they help me have a way to kind of check in with y'all.
So far, so good. Where'd you come from?
Give it all. You got it.
Always do. That's that.
Anything to steal? Yes, but not that I care about.
Bring it on.
The idea was to not get noticed.
Stealth ain't my style.
She never planned to be stealthy in the first place.
Don't remember. Maybe. Maybe not.
Hopefully this will just kill them all. I missed. We're not going to talk about that. I do not want a single F in the chat.
No escape.
Aim's good.
What the fuck is happening? There's shit everywhere!
Enough.
It's feeling like a proper party now.
These also won't typically be my kind of family-friendly style streams either. I'm gonna curse, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck comes to mind. So yeah, if you are more about my streams because you prefer that family-friendly content, maybe avoid STS streams.
What's the situation?
They
Can't get in contact with HQ.
shouldn't be super common,
No idea.
just every now and again they're gonna happen. So we're gonna push forward a little further. Because I want to see what happens when we get out of here. Bap.
Oh, we're done here.
Oh, sorry. There was a moment where my brain was trying to remember. I was like, there's some game, I don't remember what it is, where like you've got different elements, types on your weapons, and different elements do different things depending on if an enemy's weak to them. Admittedly, a lot of games are like that, but I was thinking specifically of a shooter, and I was like, it's not Destiny. That's Borderlands. I have caught on now. Get the fuck back here.
Here we go. I see.
Get the fuck back here! Get counterattack there.
We make a decent team.
So there's a chest back here. Yeah, I started thinking of Borderlands there for a moment. I don't know why. Something about seeing the weakness. I'm like, oh, I'm doing extra damage because they're flesh enemies. And I was like, wait, no, that's not this game. This game follows more traditional RPG mechanics of enemies weak to element because reasons. How? I don't really know how to deal with these guys. The solution 9 times out of 10 seems to be using magic. Fuck. I don't have enough. I didn't know you were weak to ice. I thought you were weak to fire. Yeah, wait, you're weak to fire. Why are you acting weak to ice? Oh, bad things are happening. Okay. Real bad things are happening now. Cloud, you want to do something now, please? You're supposed to get behind them, but there's not a good way to do that when they don't want to work with you. And so you just spin around for what feels like ever, and they never turn to face you.
Come on, we need to move.
Or rather, rephrase. They never turn to face your teammates. You just always have them facing you the whole time. It's really annoying. I guess we go this way. Just to make certain, because they acted earlier like I hadn't. What? Wait a minute. What? How did I miss? How did I miss that one? I swear I did all of them. Secret Medicine, Power of Music, Wavering Heart. Oh, I did miss one. That's really annoying. The guide I'd been using to look at specific quests and figure out where to go, because there were some that weren't being very helpful and I was oblivious. It didn't include that one, which is annoying, because that means I missed it.
Nobody's home.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where they might be holding Aerith?
I'm thinking a research facility. That'd make the most sense.
And where is that?
Upper floors. Maybe near the top. That's where you are.
Maybe.
Maybe we can use the console at the reception desk to find out.
So yeah, once I'm back in control, that's gonna be it. Alright. So that was some progress. Okay, I guess I can go back a save or two. But that's a lot of progress I have to make up. Like, if I go back to the one below this one, this is already too late. So I have to go back to this one, which would be about 3 hours of game time backwards. And I ain't about that life.
This building's incredible.
So we're just gonna carry on, you know. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this won't be the last STS stream I do. Ugh. And hopefully I'll get the chance to interact with some of y'all in the comments later. Anyway, this has been STS number 1. I'll talk to y'all next time.